Check. Can everybody hear me?
Crystal.
Check. Got you guys.
Crystal. Well, Brad, congratulations on a victory over the returning Chris Weidman. I guess emotions, I guess, on your end from what's happening back home, but also, you know, fighting someone like Chris. I guess emotionally, how are you feeling now after getting through this fight and getting the victory?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I was telling Chris after a fight, like, dude, the whole week we kept running into each other, and prior to this, we haven't really we've met before, but we've never really, you know, talked and conversated and whatnot. And dude is such a nice guy. So like literally before the fight, if you guys watch it back, like I was in there and I was like talking to myself because I had to make sure I got it out of my mind. Like, hey, this guy's here to hurt you. Like I gotta go out there and kill him. You know what I mean? I met his wife. His wife is from Hawaii, so you know there's already that connect. And then Chris is telling me, he's like, bro, I think my wife was saying that you guys are like third cousins. I was like, I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, everything freaking UFC. They put on right before I walked out. They showed the promo to this shirt, and they showed the fires, and that was a little emotional for me. But I had to keep it together, you know. Unless you guys know people back home in Hawaii and are hearing it from ground zero, like what the media is reporting is not even close to how bad it is. Like it's bad. The things they're finding. I just seen one this morning. I think he was I don't know how old he was, either in 8th grade or 8 years old, something like that. He must have been in 8th grade, but he was still last day of summer break or something, and he was home, and his mom had to find his body burnt next to their family dog. Like I couldn't imagine. So yeah, I was hoping that we would get interviewed after, you know, so I could just help keep passing the message, you know, that the people of Lahaina and Maui are still in need. They're dealing with some crazy things. They're right now they're saying, oh, the confirmed total, and I understand. Confirmed means bodies they can match with identities is at 100 something, but when this is all said and done, it's going to be in between 700 and 1,000 people.
Are you getting messages like throughout the week too, like during this, of like people that are still back home for you?
Yeah. So luckily for me, so my wife is from Maui, sorry, and luckily all of our close friends, immediate friends and family are safe and okay, but they're still helping and dealing with it. My father-in-law, he's running the what do you call it, the shelter, I guess you could say, at War Memorial. He's telling us the things that they're coming in and having to, like these people that might have not been directly affected as far as losing loved ones or their house or belongings, they're still going to need to like decompress, just because they're seeing it firsthand. You know, they're seeing these people that did lose everything come in. There's been already a few suicides. I think the last number I heard was like 6, because they lost everything, they lost their family, so they took their own lives. Like it is bad.
Is there any part of you, like, you obviously you want to monitor what's happening back there, but do you have to like turn that off at
Yes.
some point because it is fight week? And
Yes. So definitely, I had to like disconnect from, like, kind of stay off of like the social media feed, because everybody's just posting and posting and posting. So I kind of just stick to my thing, like post my thing, you know, kind of like watch some funny stuff or whatever, you know, to keep it light. Because yeah, the first few days I just had to stay off. I'll post whatever I wanted to post that day, and then like it's too much. Like it's hard, and then you instantly relate to these people. You know, like I'm a father of 2, so anytime I hear, oh, this person lost their kids, like the things that they're seeing, like families, like adults with their kids burnt to a crisp in a car. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine that? Like, it's crazy. It's like a war zone out there, and like this kind of stuff is not supposed to happen.
My condolences to you and your people, but back to taking it to the fight world.
Yeah.
What did it mean to get a win over Chris Weidman, obviously a legend of the sport, a former champion?
Yeah, huge for me. I didn't want to give him too much credit leading up to the fight. You know, like I didn't want to put some air in his sails more than it needed to be. But I told him right after, I was like, bro, I really look up to you. One of my favorite fighters, all-time favorite fighters, is Anderson Silva. And for him to dethrone Anderson, who I see as the GOAT of MMA, that says a lot about him. So I told him, I was like, bro, you're a living legend. I told his kids, I was like, hey, your pops is a living legend, you know, like he came up short tonight, but be proud of this man because of what he's accomplished. And dude, it was pissing me off, honestly. Like everybody, when I'll do interviews, not everybody, but a lot of the questions asked to me are like, oh, you know, he's coming off of this long layoff, he's older, he's this, he's that, he broke his leg. Like, bro, they're just writing the dude off. It's like, fuck, like he's, like you guys, like just treat him as if he's done. You know what I mean? And he showed tonight that he wasn't. Like I hit him with some crazy leg kicks. In the second round, I hit him with one and I told his corner, I said, hey, throw in the towel. Because I thought for sure, I seen his reaction and I thought for sure like one or two more of those, he was done. Like his leg is gonna be damaged. And he kept going, he switched stance, he made the adjustment. Like, dude, that impressed me. He made the adjustment to southpaw. That kind of like threw things off for myself. And then at one point in the fight, I kicked him in his leg and he's like, come on, like do it again, come on. And I was like, damn, like, see, don't write this dude off.
And you're a veteran, you've done so much in the sport, but where would you rank this win in your career?
Oh, over a former champion. And again, like I just said, he dethroned the GOAT. So this is up there for me.
And this might be a little bit of a weird question for us, like watching whenever you were kicking his legs, we were all kind of like, you know, dancing a little bit because of, you know, like work that he had in his last fight. Wondering, you delivering them, do you go through that? I know that's your job, obviously, but like, it's kind of like a ruthless.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think he'll feel bad in the moment trying to break my leg, you know what I mean? And obviously that's not what I wanted to see happen, but that is the intent behind it. When I am kicking somebody, I like, it's bad intentions. I do want to hurt them. This is fighting, you know what I mean? Like, this is not a team sport. This is not like, okay, yeah, don't want to hit you too hard. No, it's fighting. You're trying to hurt the other person. So 100%, like again, I love Chris. I have nothing but respect to him. I freaking hung out with like him and his kids at like the weigh-ins and stuff, got to know them a little bit. So yeah, it was definitely different. I've not had that experience really, but yeah, I was out there to hurt him.
Lastly, what do you want next?
I'm gonna go back with my team. Eric's sitting back there because I'm sure he has a note of all our next opponents. So we'll go back, enjoy this W, and then sit down and talk about what's next.
One more in the front right here.
Yeah.
Are you able to go back to Maui at all or Hawaii, or is it just too dangerous to go back there?
No, you are. But at the same time, so we hadn't intended to go back to Maui after this fight. We had other plans. And then when all of this happened, obviously we feel bad, we want to help. So we kind of talked about it, but at the same time, it's like, if we are gonna go back, but without intention, like, then I feel like we're just kind of taking up space, you know? Unless we know that, okay, they need volunteers at War Memorial or wherever it is, handing out supplies or helping cook for people or whatever. And then the other thing that we forgot is that school just started, so my daughter's in school, so I was like, we can't just go back and miss a whole bunch of school. So I don't think right now we'll go back. If something comes up to where a family is in need or our family needs our help, like, you know, because like I said, they're there helping families still. So if something like that comes up, 100% we'll go back.
Right here. It seems silly to change topics, but
No.
to go to fighting. Just one question. During the pre-fight talk, Coach Weidman mentioned that he was very surprised that your fight was on the prelims. He was kind of upset about that. What was your thoughts on that?
At the end of the day, I don't really let that stuff bother me. I believe it was because initially slated, we were gonna be the fight before the co-main. You know, that's why they shot the countdown on us. Things change, people this, that, whatever. You know, that's on the UFC. To me, I don't care if we're the first fight or the last fight. Unless we're the main event, getting that extra 25K, then it doesn't matter to me.
Congratulations.
Just want to know your thoughts on the upcoming title fight between Israel Adesanya and Sean Strickland.
Sean Strickland, baby, let's go. It's gonna be a tough fight for him, but Sean Strickland is my teammate, he's my homie. You know, sometimes I love him, sometimes I hate him, sometimes I love to hate him. But I'm behind him 100%. I'm gonna let my legs heal up because my legs are sore from all the kicks I threw tonight. And as soon as I'm able, I'm gonna get right back in the gym and help him prepare for Adesanya.
over here. Have you seen this stuff Conor McGregor's been posted about you on Twitter? It seems like he's really going in on you.
On me?
Yeah.
About what?
I don't know, but he said you were like he was not complimentary of your performance. He called you an arsewipe. He was really going in.
Oh, well, sorry to hear that.
Are you surprised? Is there any?
Oh,
Is there any like background with you, Conor? Because he said like Tavares is an arsewipe anyway, as if like he's had a problem with you for ages.
Oh, news to me. But hey, you know Connor's a money fight, so if that's where he wants to go with it, come up to 185, big boy. Let's go. You don't need a USADA test. Let him juice up all he wants. We'll do it at 185. We'll freaking smash his little Irish ass.
Anyone else?
Nah, not at all.